Welcome back to We Love Pets. Look, bringing an adopted bird into your life is a massive, profound commitment. It's a journey that takes incredible patience, hypervigilance, and just an unwavering dedication to transforming a fragile rescue into a thriving, lifelong companion. So, in this explainer, we're going to systematically break down the absolute essential protocols for rehabilitating and caring for an adopted bird. We'll equip you with the exact step-by-step strategies you need to provide a safe, enriching environment and give these amazing animals the healthy life they truly deserve.
To really get avian care, we first have to take a quick look at evolutionary biology. Out in the wild, a sick bird is a vulnerable bird. It is the very first to fall prey to predators. And because of millions of years of ancient survival instinct, your adopted pet bird is literally hardwired to hide its illnesses from you until it is almost too late. They will act totally normal. They'll eat, they'll vocalize, all while potentially harboring a severe, even fatal internal condition. So, that brings us to a really critical question for any dedicated owner. How on earth do you spot an illness that your bird is biologically programmed to conceal? Recognizing those subtle signs of distress, well, it requires a lot more than just casual observation. It requires specialized instructional knowledge and a really strict adherence to proven care guidelines. And to build that specialized knowledge, we're going to walk through the 5 foundational pillars of avian care: the crucial medical baseline, silent illnesses and toxins, nutritional rehabilitation strategy, fatal hazards and hormones, and finally, safe grooming and hygiene.
All right, let's kick things off with part 1, the crucial medical baseline and establishing specialized care.
Right off the bat, you need to know that relying on a standard dog and cat veterinarian is usually going to be insufficient. Birds possess incredibly unique anatomical and physiological traits. Because of that, it is an absolute necessity to seek out an avian veterinarian. Ideally, you're looking for a board-certified member of the Association of Avian Veterinarians, or the AAV. These specialists have the precise, rigorous training required to actually understand the complexities of avian biology. This initial evaluation with an avian specialist isn't just about treating an existing sickness. It's about establishing a rock-solid medical baseline. Rescue birds frequently arrive in our homes with a history of severe neglect. That unfortunate background makes them highly susceptible to hidden, contagious diseases. Your avian vet is going to conduct thorough baseline testing, checking for parasites and worms, and deeply evaluating both respiratory and digestive health. And honestly, this step is doubly crucial if you need to ensure a safe transition for other birds already living in your household flock.
Moving right along to part 2, silent illnesses and toxins and navigating environmental hazards.
Now, a bird's respiratory system is a marvel of efficiency, but that exact efficiency makes it dangerously fragile. There are airborne chemicals that we humans completely ignore that can be instantly fatal to a bird. We have to issue a really stern warning here regarding these specific hazards: fumes from heated nonstick Teflon cookware, the noxious off-gassing from self-cleaning ovens, even the smoke from scented candles or vapors from standard household chemical cleaners. To us, they're nothing. But to a bird, these are deadly airborne toxins that absolutely must be eliminated from their environment.
But it's not just the air. Owners have to audit their home for sources of internal illness and learn to recognize really subtle physical indicators of distress. Sudden changes in their droppings or uncharacteristic lethargy, those are massive red flags. Furthermore, a healthy bird often rests comfortably on one foot, so a bird resting heavily on 2 feet might actually be exhibiting signs of severe internal weakness. These symptoms can point to serious bacterial or fungal infections like aspergillosis, which frequently stems from unclean environments or moldy bedding. When it comes to your bird's space, absolute vigilance and cleanliness is paramount.
That brings us to part 3, nutritional rehabilitation strategy, or breaking the seed addiction. Here is the stark reality, and it's a tough one. The vast majority of avian health issues stem directly from malnutrition. A diet consisting solely of seeds isn't just inadequate. Over time, it is effectively a death sentence. This high-fat, totally deficient diet leads straight to obesity, a severely weakened immune system, and fatal liver disease. Exposing and correcting this dangerous all-seed misconception is literally the most life-saving intervention you can make for your rescue.
We absolutely must shift the bird to a biologically appropriate diet. Think of the ideal nutritional ratio like this. It should be about 50% fresh foods, 25% high-quality, nutritionally complete pellets, and no more than 25% seeds. This balanced breakdown provides all those essential vitamins and minerals that seeds alone just cannot offer, ensuring the physical rehabilitation of your new companion.
Now, if you've got a rescue bird that's heavily addicted to seeds, do not just quit cold turkey. That can literally lead to starvation. You have to employ a strict percentage shift weaning strategy. Begin by mixing 75% of their old familiar diet with the new fresh foods. Then, over several weeks, you're going to gradually reduce that seed count. Start introducing excellent fresh foods, leafy greens like kale and Swiss chard, vitamin-rich root vegetables, and sprouted legumes. And here's a pro tip. Present these foods in ways that encourage foraging. The mental stimulation they get from exploring different textures is honestly just as vital to their rehabilitation as the calories themselves.
Okay, let's dive into Part 4, Fatal Hazards and Hormones, and identifying some strict prohibitions.
While fresh foods are fantastic, certain human foods are highly toxic to avian biology and must be strictly prohibited. This list right here, it's non-negotiable. Avocado is fatally poisonous to birds. It causes rapid heart failure. Chocolate, caffeine, alcohol, onions, and the pits of various fruits must also never, ever come into contact with your bird. Securing their diet means absolute 100% vigilance against these items.
Beyond toxic foods, we've got to address the hidden physical danger of accidental breeding. Pet owners must actively prevent their rescue birds from entering reproductive mode to avoid fatal complications, like egg binding in females, which is incredibly dangerous. Hormonal triggers are basically environmental cues that induce the stress. To suppress those triggers, you have to completely remove any nesting boxes, eliminate their access to shreddable nesting materials, and strictly limit the bird's daylight exposure to a maximum of 12 hours a day. Manipulating the environment like this is what keeps your bird biologically balanced and safe.
Finally, we arrive at Part 5, Safe Grooming and Hygiene Protocols for Maintaining Physical Health.
Inside a human home, birds obviously lack the rough, natural surfaces of the wild that would normally file down their nails and beaks. But owners must heed this strict warning. Never attempt to trim a bird's beak yourself. I can't stress this enough. A single mistake can be permanently disfiguring or even fatal. Likewise, wing and nail clipping are delicate procedures that should only be performed after you've received direct professional instruction from your avian vet. Let's leave the sharp tools to the specialists.
While trimming should be left to the pros, daily hygiene is where you can profoundly enrich your rescue bird's life. Offering shallow water baths or just misting them gently with lukewarm water does so much more than just keep their feathers clean. This simple routine actually triggers their ancestral rainforest instincts, washing away stress and keeping those highly intelligent minds engaged. It really is a beautiful way to bond with and comfort your new companion.
Caring for an adopted bird demands so much patience to correct years of poor nutrition. It takes vigilance to spot hidden illnesses and absolute dedication to maintaining a pristine environment. So, are you prepared to apply these specialized protocols? The profound commitment required is undeniably high, but the reward of watching a fragile rescue blossom into a vibrant, healthy companion, it's completely immeasurable. Thank you for joining us for this explainer. What other hidden instincts are your pets harboring right now? Subscribe to We Love Pets to uncover more avian mysteries, and together, let's give every pet the healthy life they deserve.